Meet Elizabeth Christ Trump. She is the matriarch of the Trump Dynasty. Before there were towers in Manhattan, before the Trump name became a global headline, there was one woman, a Bavarian-born matriarch whose quiet determination built the foundation of an empire, Elizabeth Christ Trump. Elizabeth Christ was born on October 10, 1880, in Karlstadt, a small wine village in the Kingdom of Bavaria. Her father, Philip Christ, worked as a tinker and vineyard caretaker. Her mother, Anna Maria, kept the home running. Across the street lived the Trump family, including a young man who had already left for America to seek his fortune. His name was Frederick Trump. In 1901, Frederick returned to Karlstadt as a wealthy man. Despite some family objections, he fell for Elizabeth. And on October 26, 1902, they married, and soon after boarded a ship to New York City. They settled in the Bronx in a tight-knit German community and started their new life there. But homesickness pulled Elizabeth back to Germany in 1904. The couple sold their American assets and returned to Karlstadt with their first child. Their dream of resettling was short-lived. German authorities discovered that Frederick had left to avoid military service and refused to allow him to stay. In 1905, the young family returned to America for good, not by choice, but by circumstance. Now, back in New York, Frederick pivoted to real estate. He began buying land in the Queens, building homes for working-class families. Together, he and Elizabeth raised 3 children, Elizabeth, Fred, and John. Their life was simple until tragedy struck. In 1918, the Spanish influenza pandemic swept the world. Frederick Trump fell ill and died at just 49 years old. Elizabeth at the time was 37 years old with 3 children. She inherited their properties, their business, and their future. Now, most women of her era would have retreated into mourning. But Elizabeth stepped up and stepped forward. She managed the family real estate holdings, financed home buyers, hired builders, and expanded their assets. She ran business under E. Trump, and later E. Trump and Son, as her son Fred joined her. She signed checks, she approved construction, and even in her 70s, personally collected laundry coins from the buildings she owned. She was not a figurehead. She was the engine behind the growing Trump enterprise and dynasty. Elizabeth lived to see her son Fred Trump turn their small business into a real estate empire across New York. Her grandson, Donald Trump, would later inherit that platform and project the Trump name onto the world stage. But he never would have done so without Elizabeth. Elizabeth died on June 6, 1966, at the age of 85. So the date she passed away was 6/6/66. Oh, wow. She rests in Queen, the city where her legacy took root. Her story began in Bavaria, the land of vineyards, duchesses, and a century before her birth, the birthplace of the Bavarian Illuminati. Whether by chance or quiet lineage, she carried that Bavarian heritage into one of America's most powerful families. Elizabeth Christ Trump was not just a name in a family tree. She was the woman who built the house of Trump.